What do you think? Who is good at investing or saving, women or men?
I'd say men.
Can you break it down a little bit?
No, I can't really break it down. It's just like men and women are the same, right?
I don't know. You said that men are good at
No,
investing.
men are generally good because men generally have more money to invest, to spend X, Y, and Z, right?
I don't know. You say, and
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I agree with what you say. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm gonna interview only men because the first part I interviewed only women, and now, as I promised, also with your support, I'm going to interview only men to know how they are investing, saving or approaching to the money. As always, today's video sponsor is you. Take a second, hit the like and subscribe button, support my content. I promise I will make better and better content in this niche for you. Let's go. Your name, age, what do you do for a living?
My name's Aaron, 27 years old, and I do videography, photography for weddings.
I'm a retired high school teacher.
I'm a software engineer.
IT consultant.
And I'm a company director, software business.
Doing some trading business.
What kind of trading?
It's for steel trading.
How did you invest your money while working for the university or school?
Well, paying off a house, 3 children, all that sort of thing.
It was your all investment?
Yes, didn't really. Superannuation in Australia.
I've tried investments in the past. I've tried shares in the past. They haven't worked out well for me, so I try to stay clear from them. So I'm just relying on my banks.
Property, shares, the mixture.
I invested in gold and property.
How did you learn for investing?
Follow my parents' guidance, really.
Well, there's lots of information around. You know, when you have a job in Australia, you have to pay, or the employer has to pay superannuation. Everybody encourages you to keep on contributing, to have something to live off when you retire.
At what age you started?
24.
Maybe around 35, 40.
Probably mid-20s.
As soon as you're working, you've got money to save, you start.
What do you think? Who is good at saving or investing, women or men?
Well, I suppose women are pretty good, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my daughter-in-law especially is very good organising her husband and so on.
Men. I've looked at other people and I think they've made some poor decisions, and I'm pretty tight with my money. I like to keep hold of money, but yeah, I think some of the people that I've been with have spent my money.
That's a tricky question because both are good and both can be bad too.
I wouldn't think there's too much difference. You can't pick stocks because you can't foresee the future. That's what the efficient market says.
Saving, man.
Investment.
It doesn't make any difference, man or woman investment, I think.
If you go back to your 20s for doing everything all over again, like from nothing, what would you do differently, or what advice would you give to yourself?
I might stay in one place more rather than move from city to city and job to job. I think job security is very important, that you stay in one job for a good time.
I should tell to be more straightforward in this age. Not very political, but when you make a decision to go for it, not to be more straightforward.
I'd give a start early, find a craft, and then try your best, put your heart and soul in to perfect it.
At the end, people want to start in your industry. What advice would you give to them?
I think it's software industry is a great industry. You can charge a lot of money. Contractors are out there, they charge a lot of money. I think it's a great industry to get involved with, but for people using contractors, they could charge you whatever they want and they could take whatever time they want. So I always do fixed term contracts and set them targets about what to do rather than just giving them an hourly rate or a monthly rate or daily rates. Stay away from them. They really take up all of your budgets and all of your fundings.
As a consulting person, and what advice would you give to them?
Study hard, work hard in the beginning and be an open mind.
I think if you can find your skill, find what you're good at, and then just kind of perfect what you like and what you enjoy.
You've got to really know what it is that you want to do and keep after it, not be afraid to change directions.
When they start, they should be more careful because it's early times. At the early start, if you cannot succeed, so you can be disappointed, so it affects too much. So at the beginning, to be straightforward and to be careful and to work with, if possible, it's not easy this age, but to work with honest people.
These days, what is a good investment people can get high return on investment?
There isn't anything these days, is there? This is the big problem. Even the pension companies can't find it. Investment is very difficult these days.
Good return, I'd say, well, back in Australia, property housing is rocketing at the moment. So if you can get into the housing market, you're going to make a lot of money on it.
For me personally, I always believe in real estate investment if you have some personal money.
Do you remember any most expensive item you purchased in your life?
Cars are the biggest loss of money you can ever make. I bought cars for other people, and I think that's probably the biggest loss of money you can ever. Don't get involved in that. Materialistic things like that, clothing. I don't know. Property is probably your best investment. Property, you think you can't afford it, but all of a sudden you find in a few years' time you can afford it, and it's a great investment. But nowadays, there's lots of clauses in properties you've got to be aware of. Maintenance charges, service charges. Stay away from any of that stuff. Don't ever get involved with like buying apartments. I've done lots of those, and all of those apartment ideas. There's loads of legal wranglings. Even when they say they've got them all covered, they're not. So don't get involved in apartments. Stay away from them. Freehold properties, which are very, very tough to come across, but if you get them, keep hold of them. Don't ever let go of them.
Different point of view. If you watch until here, I have a big love for you. You saw how different answers we got from men, because on the previous video, in part 1, I interviewed only women to know how they are approaching, and this time only men. Also, hit the like and subscribe button, support this content. I promise I will make better and better content in this niche. That's it from me today. I see you in the next video. Bye.